Hey folks, JD here, and today we're going to take up the Visuo again. It's been a while since I've flown this, and the reason for taking this up today, one, to revisit it, two, because it's a very cold day today, frost all over the ground, very crisp morning air, and I want to take it up and I want to see how it performs. Now, we saw it in the summer, we saw kind of the autumn, and we saw it put up with a lot of winds. We saw it be very, very stable. I'm very, very impressed with how this goes. It's a good flyer via FPV. It's a good flyer, just normal. The camera isn't fantastic, but it's better than some. So I think today what we're going to do is take her up. We're going to go for a little fly around here. We're going to go above the trees again, have a little look around, see what's about, and just see exactly how she performs in this crisp air. Alright then, my friends, let's do it. And here we go. We're up. Just letting her get her centre for the second. Just making sure that we have enough satellites, which we do. We are looking good. We're up. We've got a very, very stable quad here today, just simply because there is no wind. It is so incredibly still and crisp, like a proper morning, winter morning flight. So let's take her up high above the trees and let's see. First of all, I just want to make sure that we have, oh, I love seeing the props in the video, absolutely fantastic. I just want to make sure that we have more than enough capability to take her out. Yeah, we're looking good. Signal looks good. Battery is depleted to 58% already, which is quite a bit shocking. But then it could be the cold affecting it, see? We'll see exactly how long this flight is, if it's as long as the others or if it's shorter. But so far, very, very nice, as we've come to expect with this particular model. I mean, we know that this model is very, very good, very, very stable, a fantastic flyer. So I've come to expect nothing less from this. I mean, the Visuo model themselves, they have really been redefining this and making this a very, very good quadcopter for a very long time. The first Visuo that I flew was about 1.5 years, 2 years ago. And since then, they have done no end of things to it to ensure that it flies very, very nicely and very, very well. It gives you a very, very good feeling for every single thing that you're doing, you know, and it shows. It really shows. I mean, we've got a fantastic, I mean, obviously when you have, oh, there's a buzzard there, just coming into line. I don't want to disturb him. Oh, he's going away. Okay, good. We have a very, very nice flight here today. Really nice. Signal levels are looking very good. There's been no breakup whatsoever on the FPV that I've noticed as of yet. It's just all looking very, very, very nice. It really is. And that's what I enjoy about winter flights more than anything, is that you have a very, very nice, crisp day where you can just take her out and you can just literally, and I'm in speed mode 1. I am not pushing this at all today. We're just above the trees. We're just looking at exactly what she's doing, panning around from left to right, having a bit of a flight, just seeing how everything is going, really. And you know what? I think it's fantastic. I really do. I'm about 3/4 on throttle. Yeah, 3/4 on positive pitch. Just having a little fly around. Just really enjoying. And that's what it's all about. Just really having as much fun as you possibly can have. And above all, seeing the advances in quadcopter technology, because there are a lot of advances. I mean, now the battery level has sorted itself out. I said it had dropped significantly, went down to I think 58%. Now it's back up to 62, feathering between 61 and 62. I mean, I'm not pushing this hard at all today, as I said. And there I am down at the bottom. Hello there. Yeah, it's very, very nice. Okay, let's bring her down a bit. Let's revisit these speed controls, and let's revisit as much as we can about this. Now, we've seen a nice above the trees flight here today. Let's bring her back. Let's have a little look at this camera. Now, I'm not recording raw footage. I'm just recording screen recording, simply because I like to see the telemetry. And as we've already done a proper flight test of this, I'm not too concerned. Now then, come in, my friend. Stay there. There we go. So, I mean, the quality of the footage isn't bad. I'm looking at it, obviously, within my FPV screen. I've altered the settings of the FPV so it relays 720 rather than the standard 480. It looks okay, it looks okay. I mean, it's quite clear. You can see that the green and the white patches of the ice behind me look a little bit dodgy. But above all, I mean, the quadcopter is very, very stable and giving me a lot of time to actually grab some photos. You know, so that in itself, you can't fault that. You can't fault that. And even when you turn it around and you stop it, as soon as that GPS lock just reacquires, then you should have pretty much, there we go, look at that, a very, very, very stable quad. Very, very, very stable quad. You know, it's great to see, because this was not expensive. I think it was about 75, 79 pounds if I remember correctly. And it's just very, very nice to have something of that particular ilk, that in that particular price range rather, that gives you as responsiveness and as good flying as this does. Because there's quite a few quads on the market for the minute, you may have noticed, that vary in price range. They're just not up to standard at all. And I've got a couple of suggestions of what that may be, but I think I'll put that into another video, not to pretty much bring that much of a downer on this one, because this is such a nice little flight, and it's very, very still. And the birds are singing, the sky is lovely and blue, well, parts of it. But yeah, very, very nice indeed. And those LEDs, even from all the way up there, there's the air brakes pulling back. I love to see that in a quad. I can still see the two green LEDs at the front, and I can see the red LEDs. The greens are a little bit harder to see, but the red bug eyes, they're very easy to see, most definitely. I can see those easily. And that's good, because I'm not too far away from myself, obviously, but far enough away to actually be able to see the orientation. And for new pilots, that's really quite something. Helps a lot. Brilliant, really nice. It's just really nice to see the area from a different angle, different perspective. That's a train in the distance. But yeah, I'm really taken with this quad, and this is the first time I've flown her in probably about 3 months, and 3.5 months maybe. And she flies now as well as she did on day one, and that says a lot. It really does. I mean, she's been in storage. I haven't done any cycles on the battery whatsoever. We're at 36% battery, 40, 39. Let's bring her down a bit and see what she stabilises at. So as I was saying, I've done absolutely no exercising of the battery. I haven't been doing anything. She's quite literally, battery's been in a LiPo storage bag, and the quad has been in storage. And yeah, quite honestly, I can't find a damn thing wrong with it, you know. Not from just this little flight, don't get me wrong. Now, we haven't gone into, you know, we haven't revisited a lot of these other features, quite simply because we looked at those in the past. But yeah, it is very, very nice to see the quad that I raved about so much still holding its own and still being able to be flown aggressively or not aggressively. I mean, speed mode 2 now. Let's get a little bit of distance with her. Now we're gonna go through the battery quite quickly with this. Yeah, she's flashing 29-30%. I mean, and that's, you know, that's to be expected. We're really now going to be pushing those motors and seeing exactly what they can do. And the speed mode difference is quite apparent. It really is. Really quite apparent. It's not one of those things where it's difficult to control. You just notice that getting from point A to point B is a little bit quicker, and that's exactly what you want. But the yaw and roll is not that much faster at all, so you can still guide her in the way that you want her to go. There's none of this wallowing or air skidding. She's just moving around exactly as she should, and that is perfect. Okay, let's bring her down, folks, because we've got between 28 and 30% battery, and I don't want this to initiate return to home. Because I've got quite a lot of trees behind me, I want this to be speed mode 1. Oh no, speed mode 3. Back to speed mode 1. There we go. Right. Let's let her get her centre for the second. Oh God, my tripods are everywhere again. I'm a nightmare with these things. They help me no end, but I tell you what, they are an absolute nightmare. Or I'm a nightmare with them, I should say. But yeah, I'm once again very, very taken. Oh, there's the low battery warning. What are we at now? 25%. Yeah, that's pretty standard. Okay, let's land her. There we are, perfect. Motor's turned off. Let's stop the screen recording. Perfect. Let's turn off the quad. Let's turn off the transmitter. And that's it. we are done. And I think, there we are, screen recording saved, perfect. That is great. That is great. Oh, do you know what? It's really nice when you buy something like this and you haven't flown a Visuo for a few years, and then you buy an upgraded model and it is just perfect. Really, really nice. I mean, everything down to the small details, like where the GPS module is, the type of camera you have in here, the camera that you can swivel around so you have articulation in the camera, you know, down to the folding arms. So because of myself and I don't drive, I carry everything in a bag. It's quite simply a case of it can just fold up really small and be carried away. This battery hasn't been charged in, it's nice and cool as well, this battery hasn't been charged in about 3 months, as I said earlier, and there's nothing, no bubbling, no problem. First charge, bang, gave us this long a flight, which I think is absolutely fantastic, and I really can't fault that. If you've bought this, what are your thoughts? How have you seen this work out? Have you enjoyed it? Have you not? Have you had good experience like I have? Have you had a bad experience? What experience have you had? Let us know, folks, in the comments. Alright then, my friends, thanks ever so much for watching and listening. I've been JD, you've been fantastic as always. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Hello and welcome to all the new subscribers. I hope you're enjoying the channel. So until next time, my friends, happy flying.